Hey Cancer, welcome to Wild Pearl Tarot and welcome to your love reading. We're going to get right into it. Make sure you stick around to the very end when I get advice from tarot. And in the meantime, if you'd like me to send you my prayers, my white light, and good vibes, I encourage you to say hi in the comment section. You're totally welcome to say what you want prayers about. And I encourage everybody to join in because this is kind of a group thing. We can make a difference for each other, even strangers. And I'm also sealing that with my intention, being only that is positive can come through. Anything negative sifts out like sand, and that's sealed with my word as well. So let's get into it. Love for Cancers. Love for Cancers. Only taking cards that volunteer themselves because this is a conversation we're having, right? All right, interesting energy. So we start with the Four of Wands, which is talking about milestones, celebrating achievements. It can be gatherings of people you're familiar with. There can be even some nostalgia sometimes attached to it, but it's also a sign of solid foundations and stability. So that's pretty broad, right? Let's get a little bit more into this reading and unpack it. I think you're going to have an opportunity coming up that might be challenging you a little bit as far as energy, money, what you put out, what you give out, what you're being asked to do. And you're going to be this could be feeling like you're in conflict with somebody and just, you know what's mine is mine. I'm not going to let go of it. I'm not going to tell you that you're right. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. This I'm keeping my resources close to me. Okay. So in love, that would be just like, I feel like being a little stubborn on something, and there might be a very good reason for that, but let's get some clarity on Four of Pentacles. Okay. Who is this? Temperance. There is, this is really interesting. Give me a sec here. Let me describe for you this person that this is about. So this is somebody who is aware of their exterior surfaces. This is somebody who's aware of how they make an impression on others. They can be, when they're in a good space and they're balanced, man, they can make an impression. They're stop saying impressive. There's more words in my vocabulary, I swear. They can be outgoing. They can be, they can like really nice things. And they can inspire others. Their enthusiasm can get them going. They can be great hosts. So you get the idea, but there's this transformation. And in the middle of this transformation, I think there's some imbalance. And what that imbalance is doing is creating a little bit of hostility, possibly just withdrawal. The Five of Swords. This is about kind of a conflict. What is this conflict? Every scenario is different, but the energy. We've got the Hermit and the Star. Okay, things are, I feel like somebody feels disillusioned. Whether that's you or the other energy, somebody's pulling back because they feel like, hey, I feel like I was kind of duped. And so there is this conflict, maybe animosity after this dispute. And it feels like it hasn't necessarily taken away the motivation to want to have something good. But I think that there is just definitely a big step back. Possibly no words being exchanged, no communication. How does this correlate to Four of Wands? Why are we seeing the Four of Wands? Moving forward, this feels like you guys have plans and you're gonna, like you maybe were invited to a wedding or a reunion or something, and it's like, we're not getting along, but we've got this commitment we made. We've got to move forward with. Well, what about that? Because that's a weird place to be, right? There's not communication. Both persons kind of in their heads and weirded out. And like, is this person who they are, who they said they are? Have I made bad decisions? There's some conflict. And then to answer that, my question being, like, what do you guys do about this? Like, this foundation that has been created, or this commitment to a celebration, if you guys are actually going to an event, because there's this sense of still, hey, the chariot is still moving forward. You know, this is still on its way. It's still on the calendar. There's the Fool, and the Fool is the fresh start. Let's talk about the Fool energy just for a second. Let's unpack that. It's carefree. It's the total opposite of this energy that we've got over here around the conflict, around the weirdness. We've got Queen of Cups. This could be your energy because Cancer, you are a Cups sign. What about the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant? So the Hierophant does represent marriage. I just have to say, if this is any of you guys going to a wedding, even if it's your own. So the cool thing about the Queen of Cups is when the Queen of Cups comes through, which is represented by the water signs, it's talking about their gifts. It's talking about the parts of their personality that are nurturing, compassionate, emotionally evolved, feeling and sensitive. By tapping into this commitment, like the Hierophant talks about structured belief systems. It talks about shared belief systems. It can talk about things that are religious and spiritual, institutions like marriage, but there is a certain amount of conformity. This feels like, you know what? My bar is here. That's the Hierophant energy of like, hey, we do it like this and we always do it like this, even if it's tough or whatever. It's almost like structure and standards meet intuition and empathy. That is, because this, whatever this is, whether it's a celebration or it's some type of commitment you've made with this individual, the Queen of Cups is going to step in and give it a whole new flavor. You are going to give it a whole new flavor. And that is, you know what? We're all fucking human and life is tough. I wanted this other deck. Let's have a fresh start. Ha! And to reiterate that, we've got the Page of Cups. This fish is jumping out of this cup because it symbolizes where you least are likely to find a miracle or something brilliant and beautiful, like this beautiful silver fish. You may find it jumping out of this cup. It can live in a cup. Hell, put some water in there and a goldfish will be fine. But are you going to find a fish in a cup? You wouldn't go looking there. So you didn't go looking for this breakthrough in this particular situation. In fact, it doesn't look very good on its way there. But there's a reason we had the Temperance card. Temperance is transformation, and usually through balance. Your balancing act is that connected to empathy, nurturing, compassion. Those are your superpowers, okay? And this has a big turnaround. So advice from tarot for my lovely Cancers in love. Really interesting reading, you guys. I'd say it's pretty beautiful. Okay, advice for Cancers. Advice. King of Rods in reverse. Make sure they're upright. Advice for Cancers. The Hierophant again. Belief systems. Share belief systems. Way to do things. And then we have healing. King of Rods. Unpack this King of Rods for me, please. In reverse. Haha. Same freaking card. Okay. Whatever. There's forgiveness here. There's healing here. They're being a butt. Somebody's being a butthole, okay? They're being like domineering and controlling and withholding. People can be they can be the brick wall. They can give you nothing and then have control over the situation that way. Either way, they've got reasons. And I think that it doesn't mean that the reasons are good, but they've got reasons. And I think there's nerves around whatever this Four Wands is, this commitment, this foundation, this gathering. And, but there's what's coming through for advice is like, The Hierophant is that shared belief system, the systems of belief that hold us accountable. That's the word I want, that hold us accountable, and it leads directly to healing. Beautiful. Anything else? Yep, the Hangman. This is all about perspective. There's a sacrifice in the Hangman energy. This is ruled by Pisces energy. And this is symbolized by you see something totally a different way, right? The sacrifice was getting there, was uncomfortable. But you get this breakthrough because you've got superpowers you decide to use, and you find that fish where you least expect it. You have that beautiful breakthrough, and perspective is gained, and so is healing over this situation. Really cool, you guys. Let me know how it goes. I love all of you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.